as long as they've got 2 black stripes on it. So disclaimer for that one before we get into the session. But I'm excited to do this one with you. We're going to work quite hard, and it's going to be a bit frustrating at times because the tempo is probably going to be slower than what you're used to. But we're looking at hypertrophy, so strength work but hypertrophy predominantly, okay? 2 areas we're going to look at is building metabolic stress and muscle damage. And I'll talk throughout, if I can keep my breath in between exercises, about the science behind that and why we should be using it to supplement our calisthenics performance and our journeys on redefining our impossibles. But to start, a little bit of a warm-up, so I'll talk as we go. We'll try and keep it around 30 to 40 minutes. There's going to be a little warm-up, and then we'll do like a 10-minute little circuit of stuff, 2 exercises with 30 seconds rest between, and then we'll go to a 20-minute section. But this is all about tempo, okay? And we're going to look at the science behind what we're doing. So the first little prep thing, just get some tissue temperature so we can perform, try and get the shoulder moving healthily as well to keep us injury free, is we're going to go push-up position. And first thing we're doing is we're actually just going to cue our hips, first of all, putting the pelvis under, bracing the core, like we're going to take a punch. We're stabilising here, we're going to hit a push-up, come up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate around, trying to keep hips relatively high, and come into here without slumping down. If you slump down, it's fine, but just at the end, just remember, push your hips up, try and get a bit of shoulder extension in there, activating the glutes and everything, just to get posterior chain to work. And we'll come back around, and then hit another push-up, come around to this side, same thing again, come back around. Now if you're struggling with that, you can just shorten it, come in here and rotate. Okay, coming through, and just in here, just play around with your hips again, getting them into a neutral position. Once you've gone once a side, so you can start to follow along after this one, is we're going to go down, wide position, W. Okay, we're not going to be up here doing this. We're keeping rib cage locked down, butt squeezed, W, into Y, staying nice and high, nice and controlled. 6 reps, and then we'll come back up and go through the push-up to one side, back over, push-up to the other side, back over, then YW, 6 reps, okay? So let's have a go. Core cued, push-up, rotate round, push up nice and high, come back through, push-up, rotate round, nice and high, remember to push out of there, come back through, down, and 6 reps. Okay, nice. So that's our first one. The next one is an absolute beast for the shoulder girdle and getting things to move nice. It's a side lying, external rotators of the rotator cuff in the shoulder and serratus anterior activation. It's just a beast. Let's just call it the beast. It looks super easy, but if you do it well and at a good tempo, it's going to be a toughie, but it's good, okay? So we come down to our side. We want to make sure in our hips that we're not sitting in this duck bum position. We want to pull that pelvis under still. We're getting here. We're going to support our head with our hand and try and get as neutral as we can, okay? So we don't want to be up here like this, down here, forwards like that. Try and tuck the chin, keep it neutral. Bracing the core, pulling the pelvis under, bracing in here. We're going to use our thumb as a guide, okay? We're going to come from here and some external rotation. I'm going to slowly take my arm up into shoulder flexion. Now the thumb is going to be my guide, okay? I'm going to try and stay externally rotated as far as I can and reach nice and far and come back through under control without getting here and kind of just dumping over like this, okay, where we lose control of the scapula, going up and around, upwardly rotating around the rib cage. All right, I'm going to count 4 seconds up, 4 seconds back down. Now if you you're struggling to feel anything happening there, you might want like a tin of beans or something. It's not a tin of beans. So you can feel the external rotation, because when we get that external rotation, we're more likely to get serratus anterior to it. You're going to feel a lot on the back of the shoulder, and at some point you're going to start feeling it here. So let's go for 6 reps either side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. What we're trying to do is trying to keep the hand up above the elbow, okay? So we don't want to be just going through it like this. All right, keep going with that rep. We're trying to keep it, the hand above the elbow. Should be around 4 or 5 now. Nice and high. Reach nice and far at the end. Keep that thumb pointing up. And last one. And come back through, down to there, okay? And let's swap over sides. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 4, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 3. Number 4. Back through. Good. Number 5. Ooh, almost losing it there. Keep it all together, keep that thumb nice and high. Number 6. Can I get it in range? Just about. Come back through and back down. Okay. All right, cool. So we've got our shoulders, and we've got a little bit of tissue temperature. We've patterned a few things there. Now we're going to get into our exercises, okay? So first little circuit, we're going to use 5 repetitions. Now you might be asking, why are we doing 5 repetitions for hypertrophy work? Okay, it's about total time under tension. We're going to use a 3-0-1 tempo for all of our exercises today, okay? So yes, it's 5 seconds, but it's the time that we're taking to go down. And the way we're going to count is go 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. It's not perfectly accurate, but it's easier than using a stopwatch when you're trying to count. At least for me anyway, I'm not very good with numbers. So trying to count up whilst remembering those things in your head is just, it gets pretty tough. Okay, so our starting point, we're going to do some vertical pulling and we're going to do some vertical pushing. Okay, so we're push and pull classic workout today. We're going vertical pulling, vertical pushing, and later on we'll do some horizontal pulling, horizontal pushing. Okay, so we're gonna, we've got a couple of options for vertical pulling. I'm gonna show you now. The first one, now you can do pull-ups if you've got a pull-up bar. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up here and I've got what I call an invisible chair pull-up, all right? You can do it both hands or you can do it single arm. I'm gonna show you both. All right, so the first one, now you probably want these set up around sternum height, so you can actually pull nice and high and get your bum off the floor at the bottom, because you don't want to be sitting here and then like pulling from there and using your legs too much. You actually want to be able to get out of a dead hang into an active hang and then pull to the top, and 1, 2, 3, and again. 1, 2, 3, and again, 2, 3. Okay, now 5 reps is your max on that, at that tempo, that you're going to be able to do for 3 sets. We're only taking 30 seconds rest between, then that's what you go for. Now, if you want to make it harder, what we do is loop through once, and then twice, give it a good old firm pull down. And now there's the single arm, so we're going to have to just, if you're doing it like this, which I'm going to do, it's going to give you a bit more time if you go bilateral, because you'll be quicker, but you'll be at my pace if you use this one, okay? And we're coming in here, out of dead hang, into active hang, driving the elbow down to meet this hip. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll do 5 and we'll change over to the other side, okay? And that's going to be our sets, our reps for that. It's going to be tough, I promise you. Next one, vertical push-in, is then going to be pike push-ups. You can either use the floor or up on here. But for your pike push-ups, basically you're going to be making like a tripod with your head and your hands. Bum goes nice and high, head comes down here, elbows point back, and again we're taking 3 seconds down and 1 second coming back up. I'm going to put my feet up on here to make it a little bit more difficult, okay? You can also use yoga blocks for your hands and a step if you want to make it harder again. But choose whatever you're going to be able to do for 3 sets of 5 reps, okay? So stopwatches out. Let's get our timing going. So we're going to time in between our sets. We'll start with our vertical pulling. We go left arm first. Let's do it. Number 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's 2 reps. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 reps. 1, 2, 3. It's 4 reps. 1, 2, 3. That's 5 reps. Change over hands. 1, 2, 3. 1 rep. 1, 2, 3. 2 reps. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 reps. 1, 2, 3. 4 reps. 1, 2, 3. 5 reps. Okay, hope I'm counting all right there. I said I wasn't going to count the pace because I'd lose on numbers. What we're going to do is then we're setting our timer and we'll be now heading over into our pike push-ups in just a moment, all right? So something we're trying to achieve with this time under tension, there's many different names for these things. One overarching term for it would be sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, okay? Sarcoplasm is the fluid around the muscle that carries all the substrate, everything that we need, basically our fuel for muscular contraction, okay? When we do time under tension, we're communicating to the brain, we're communicating through the body that we need more fuel. The more sarcoplasmic hypertrophy we get, we have more fuel availability for doing our training, which is then going to help supplement our progress as well. Okay, and that's time. And let's get into our pike push-ups. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my 5 reps. How are you doing? Hope you're not struggling as much as me, or blood rushing to my head. Okay, let's be ready for our next set over here. When we do this, there's also some ideas of metabolic stress and muscle damage that we're going to talk about, okay? Let's talk about that more in our next little rest period, because for me, that is time to get into my next set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change over arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we rest. So you might be feeling a little bit easy, a little bit hard. Okay, scale it and change it. If you want to, you can add an extra second of tempo. All right, but try and keep up with the pace of what we're doing as we're following along, or use like a harder variation. All right, we're going to go in a moment into our next pike push-ups. And I'll try and remember to talk about metabolic stress and stuff after that. As you can tell, get a bit out of breath. Yeah, should probably keep up on my cardio a little bit more. Okay, next set of bike push-ups. Set number 2. There we go, 5 reps for me. Okay, now we're resting. Whew. Okay, metabolic stress, I guess, is the same in terms of sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. But we're keeping time and attention, so we're constantly saying we need more fuel. Muscle damage, that's more created by the eccentric phase, okay? Where we're spending time trying to break up, cause muscle damage to the actin and myosin fibers inside the muscle, which then afterwards, if we've got a good recovery profile, we'll then be able to recover, get stronger. There'll be super compensation from the body to help us get stronger, okay? That's why using tempos and the eccentrics can be super effective in putting us in a good position to perform better in our training. Next one. Okay, we're just going over time a little bit. Try to keep the pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo. You can tell I'm in sunny South Africa. Getting a bit of a sweat on. Woo. In these reps as well, just try and remember not to be doing a horizontal row like this, okay? You want to be coming up and just leaning back. You want to stay in at least a relative sense on vertical pulling, okay? And let's rest there. I'm just going to grab myself a quick drink. There we go. Incredibly important to stay hydrated. It's suffice to say, especially when you're in Africa and you're an Englishman. Okay, so we've done all the vertical pulling for now. Now we're going to go into our vertical push-in last set, and then we'll move over into our horizontal stuff, which is going to be spicy. Okay. Yeah, I'll be failing there at the last rep, but okay, there we go. Okay, we're through our vertical work, okay? Vertical pull in, some vertical push in, and that's compound movements we can use in calisthenics to get us strong in a global sense to help us for all of our other training, okay? Pull up work, if we went unilaterally, great. We've got an opportunity to get strong with some single arm pulling using simple equipment like this. Even if we haven't got a pull-up bar. Vertical push-in with the pipe push-ups. Again, we're nice eccentric, we're getting control through a total range of motion. And we can use the yoga block if we want to go deeper as well. It's really going to help us when we get towards our frog to handstands and stuff like that, okay? The nice idea with that is, what's the bonus outside of metabolic stress and muscle damage of slow tempos for your frog to handstand journey? Well, I'd probably say the main one is, because you're able to maintain time under tension and keep on working, when you're practicing frog stand and you're trying to balance in open space where it's a bit more unstable than the stable surface we're using now, it's going to be really hard to keep the energy and balance and focus and everything, okay? Now, if you've got a surplus of strength from here or from handstand push-ups where you're using slow tempos, your body's already solved one part of the problem, which is strength, like keeping this. Now, if you've got that in surplus, your brain can focus nice and directly on balance. Okay, it's the same with the top end of a handstand. If you're going to do wall handstand shrugs, build capacity there. We should build capacity there. Once again, when you get to balancing, your body's already solved one part of the equation, so we can focus better on the next part, rather than worrying about, 10 different things. Okay, so we're chopping off the bits. It plays a bigger role than just trying to get, engine size, which is great, of course. Okay, our next circuit, we're going to set the timer for 20 minutes. All right, it's going to take us to around 40 minutes of a session. I'm going to pull these down, hopefully. There we are. Once I've got them around just under hip height, I can either, for horizontal rows, I can be out here, okay, and 1 second up, 1, 2, 3, up to the top, or I can come in closer. I'm going to jam my feet down here, okay, nice straight body, and going through again. Okay, so we've got that. That'll actually be our second exercise. I'm using the push-up stance for my push-up. You don't have to, you can just use your palms. Okay, but what we want to see is we don't want elbows up here and being jumped up in the shoulder. We want to imagine we're screwing our arm down and trying to externally rotate with hair in the ground apart, okay? And the elbows should come back around 45 degrees angle in here, okay? 3 seconds down, 1 second back up. We've got tricep extensions. Okay, you can walk further out, make it easier, walk back here to make it harder. And then we're going down, 1, 2, 3, and back up to the top. The key point is the humerus stays in the same position, okay? It doesn't come up and down, move around, okay? It doesn't go all the way back here, it doesn't come back here, it stays fixed right there. You see the movement, the change is just there, okay, at my elbow where I'm looking, yeah? And also when I come down, I don't dip into that position. I'm taking a punch in my core the whole way through. And then we've got bicep curls, same thing with the humerus, stays fixed, up to the top, 3 seconds down, core's braced and hyperextending at the back. And again, the humerus is not doing this, it's not moving and closing this angle, okay? It stays fixed up there. So, are you ready? I'm not sure if I am, but let's hit it. 20 minutes. Let's see how many rounds you can get in the next 20 minutes. Keep that score. See if you can beat it in 4 weeks' time. Okay, off we go. So remember counting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, up. So we're doing 10 reps of each. Completely forgot to say 10 reps of each, okay? 10 push-ups, 10 bodyweight rows, 10 tricep extensions, 10 bicep curls. It's up to you what you do on the rest periods, okay? Keep on going, don't watch me mumble. Away from my drain pipe. If you already had, next is bodyweight rows. Okay, bodyweight rows. I'm going to try and get straight into it. Definitely going to slow down soon, I'm sure. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's 1 rep. 2 reps for me. 3. Call out your numbers as you go. 4. 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10 for me. 10 for me. Whew. A little bit of a breather. Calm your breathing down. Try not to breathe through your mouth. If you listened to the podcast recently with Patrick McKeown, but I'm not very good at that at the moment. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Next one. Tricep extensions. 1, 2,000, 3,000, 1, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember to make it easy if you need to. Walk further away and keep going. Short little breather. Get the breathing down nice and calm. And if you can, if your forearms can take it, your arms can take it. And into bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whew. Forearms are burning. Take short breaks. Be tactical about it. 9. Well, that was a bit fast. Let's slow this one down. 10. Okay, that's one round for me. Where are you guys at? Okay, keep breathing nice and slow. Calm down, take your time. If you need to break the sets up into different sets of like 5, 2, and 3 reps, that's completely fine. Taking 10 seconds rest between each. Be tactical about it. We're looking at what we can do in 20 minutes. We're just about 4 minutes in, okay? Fair bit way to go. Pace will slow down. Don't worry about it. This is where we push through and we're getting that time and attention still. We're focusing on keeping that to drive metabolic stress, muscle damage, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. Okay, I'm going to get into my second round. If you're with me, well done. If you're ahead, even better. If you're behind, you're still doing great. You're still doing great. So keep on going. Scale the exercises to where you need to, okay? If you need to go onto your knees with push-ups, okay, get out of the duck bum position, tuck the pelvis under, still 3 seconds down, and push back up, okay? Different ways to scale it, it's still tough. 9, and last one for me. 10. Woo. Whoever called those lady push-ups, clearly, 1, did not know how strong women are. 2, clearly wasn't doing it properly. Because hey, that's still hard. All right, next set of bodyweight rows for me, some horizontal pulling. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. How are your forearms? Mine, ooh, yeah, they're killing. Hey, probably worse than anything else right now. But guys, keep on going. You're doing well. I think we are, yeah, we're about 7 minutes through. Feels like it's taking forever, isn't it? But well done. Keep focused, keep steadily ticking away. We're trying to keep the tempo high, the density, we're not resting too long. So we're consistently telling the brain to drive more fluids to the muscle tissue because we're trying to keep on going. High density workouts like this, great for hypertrophy, great for muscular endurance, to build that engine capacity. So when we get to our strength work and we get to like low rep ranges and we do hand balancing, we've got a surplus of fuel, okay? Huge tank to work with. So let's jibber jabber from the Notts County supporter, okay? Let's get this stuff going and keep on moving. Tricep extensions, 10 reps. Ooh. Ooh. How are you guys doing with the toe? It's hard to keep, right? It's not easy. I've probably cheated on at least 5 or 6 reps now. Hasn't been 3 seconds. Trying to keep as close to that as possible. But obviously a 1, 2, 3 is not 3 seconds. It's about 1. So keep counting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 in your head. It's not the most accurate thing in the world, but it's not too bad. On other days, you want more time, be stricter. It's worth it. It's really worth it to get that time under tension. Okay, bicep curls. 1, 2,000, 3,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. It's 4. Wait, this is 4. Woo! Told you I can't count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Okay, another breather for me. You guys are soldiering on ahead of me. Keep going, guys. Well done. First catching up. Yeah, I need a breather, so don't worry, you'll be with me soon enough. Keep on scaling the exercise, guys. Keep the form good. It's all about communication. When we talk about form, it's a deadlift, a push-up, a pipe push-up, a pull-up. It's not just about talking about form for form's sake. It's about communication, okay? When we use a movement pattern, we're communicating something to our brain, to our body, saying that's what we want. So say for example with pull-ups, if with our pull-ups we're pulling always from here, and as we pull and then we're tipping forwards here with anterior translation of the humeral head, yeah, it's a pull-up. What we're communicating is that we don't want the scapula to be moving healthily around the rib cage, up and down with stability. We're telling the brain and body it's fine for the humeral head to jump forwards, which is not a good position. We're doing pull-ups, but it's about what we're communicating. So we ask ourselves that constantly. When we come to push-ups, what are we communicating? Taking a punch in the core, clenching the butt cheeks, keeping the pelvis turned under, elbows coming back 45 degrees angle. When we get to the bottom, we're trying again to avoid huge amounts of anterior translation of the humeral head, okay? We're trying to keep it in here and pushing out, trying to get the scapula to come around the rib cage with the serratus anterior. That, remember what we did? Serratus anterior to help it come around and upwardly rotate, okay? Because that's the message we want to communicate. All right, once again, I'll stop talking. Next set for me. Sorry for showing you my bum so often. Okay, just over 11 minutes now. I'm going to say I've got one more set in me, and we have to break it up, that's for sure. I'm going to go 5 push-ups, wait 10 seconds, try and get my next 5, okay? This is one of Tim's favourites, to break up into clusters, so into broken sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 6, 7, if you're with me, 8, 9, 10. Next 5, let's do it. Whew. There's my 10. Oh, that was tough. Okay, well done guys. Hope you're not sweating as much as me. If you're in Africa, you probably are. If you're in England, apparently it's getting warmer in England. Where else? America? Australia? Are you outside sweating like me? You're not designed to train in this heat, that's for sure. Okay, I'm also going to break these bodyweight rows into 5s as well. Okay, 10-second rest between. 1, 2. And breathe. Just work on some thoracic rotation. I'm in here. I'm just using wasted time. You can just rest, no problem with that. Next 5. Just keep thinking about the ways your brain wants to cheat when you're doing this, by the way, guys. When you come up and come down, your brain's going to want to lie to you and give you thoracic extension rather than lowering the whole body in a nice straight line. So if you get into here and you're extending there, the angle between the torso, the thoracic spine and the arm's not changing. What's changing is here. Okay, so keep that locked down and dropping down, eccentrically loading, coming back to this position, okay? I promise you that was 10 reps. There's a few false ones in there. Okay, just over 5 minutes left. Tricep extensions. Here we go. Oh, okay. Whew. This metabolic stress stuff, the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy stuff, you start to really feel it build up now. It's getting harder to get that muscle contraction. But as I've done this for a few weeks now, I can tell that fluid, sarcoplasmic fluid is there with my fuel. I'm definitely able to go through this faster than I was before. Definitely seeing an adaptation there. Ross Hedgley in his book, the World Fittest book, says that this is the training that gives you the pump. Okay, it's the classic pump training, just for getting that pumped up look. It's actually just all that fluid, trying to keep the muscle contracting. Okay, that's what we want for big engines, so we can train for longer, drive more strength adaptation, which is going to mean we're going to be able to redefine our impossible biceps. Whew. Let's go. Need to slow it down. I'm cheating. Don't be cheating like me. Tim calls tempo. The secret assassin. That's only 5 reps, not 10. Whew, I'm not that good. Tim calls tempo the secret assassin because it just drops you off so quick. You know, you say you can do 10, 12 pull-ups, slow it down even to 2020 properly. 2020 is not just up, then drop down. It's still 2 seconds down. All of a sudden, I promise you, 3 reps off. Slow it down to 4020. Listen, that eccentric is wiping you out. I promise you, silent assassin. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Okay, it's the end of my, what is it, third round? Third round with 3 minutes left. Okay, before I start my next one, some of you may be thinking, can I do some reverse curls? You know, you probably did it when you were trying to get to carrying a suitcase look, maybe in your teenage years like me, and you would have done dumbbell curls like this, and then eccentric loaded, or you just done them like this, to get, you know, pop out looking forearm. Listen, you can do that as well in the bicep curls. Just remember, not like this, okay? You want to keep it up like that. If you're going to be doing it, humeral head still stays in the same position. All right, let's see what I can get. Let's see what you can get in the next 2 minutes. How far can you get? Record it like follows: the rounds you managed to do, the exercises that were done, and how many reps of that exercise. So right now I'll be 3.0. After the push-ups, I'll be 3.1. If I'm then only 5 reps into my bodyweight row, I'm 3.15. Okay? Did I say 5 reps or 3? Whichever. My numbers, guys. It's gone. Okay. Let's see where I can get to. Keep that tempo. Keep it nice and slow. You can drive up fast, but keep that tempo. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Okay, that's my last set of push-ups. I can feel I'm losing it at the pelvis. It's getting that hard now. It's hard to keep that position. Realistically, probably should have stopped 2 reps short, rested a bit longer, or gone down to my knees and got that back in order. Okay, so I'm 3.1 now. What have we got left? Oh, we've got 1 minute. Let me see if I can get to 3.2 and finish on round numbers. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3. What time am I? Oh, 3 seconds left, and there we go. Whew. Well done. Well done, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this hypertrophy training session. If you're going to use it again, remember to scale it. First time round, maybe the intensity wasn't right. Maybe you can use different exercises. Don't stress about it. Change it for next time, okay? Hone in where you can really get some good adaptation of muscular tension, metabolic stress, muscle damage, sarcoplasmic hypertrophy by the exercises you're going to use. If you're going to be doing a training block where you're using these strength exercises, okay, see where you get to in 4 weeks with it. See how much your engine grows. Thanks for following along. If you like to, click the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Share with us on Insta, on YouTube, wherever, how you've been getting on. Comment in the comment section below and keep on redefining your impossible. Class dismissed.